Hey, what's up there? Yes, single moms in the house. It's your girl Alika Fahad, and I'm so happy to be back here on my YouTube channel to speak with you today on an issue that I think is going to really inspire a lot of single moms out there. Yeah, I'm so happy to be with you today. You welcome back to my YouTube channel. And if you're just seeing my videos, well, I really recommend that you like and subscribe immediately. And if you're a single mom, wow, you highly welcome. You really love it with us here at Smart Girls Node um, YouTube channel. So, to cut the long story short, we're going to be talking about finding yourself as a single mom. I'm a single mom. I have two twin sets. If you haven't met them before, I have my first set of twins is a boy and a girl, and the next is two boys. So I have four kids in total as a single mom. But one secret I have not let out with my audience is that I had a child when I was 18, a very long time ago. So she actually doesn't stay with me. She's with her grandma, her father's mom, and she's doing very well. Makes it 5. Wow. Well, so let's get into the news. I'm glad you know me. I know you. You're a single mom, most likely, or you're a mother trying to find yourself. Women in financial and abusive marriage. These are the people that I love to speak to. Women in financially abusive marriage, and single moms. And so I'm here to go, and I'm here for you. So let's get into it. Now, how do you find yourself as a single mom? We pass through a lot of situations as single mothers. We after the event of maybe a divorce, a separation, widow. There's a lot of scenarios that leads to one being a single mom. Irrespective of what led to being a single mom, there's usually this loneliness that comes along with it. And especially if you are a woman in Africa, there's this stigma that comes with being a single mom. You feel like you're left over or second-handed, or you cannot amount to anything. And there's a lot of naysayers, even from our own families. Most of the time, even for our friends, they don't feel any single mom can actually come up and amount to anything. So there's a procedure, a process that every woman in this situation should pass through, should go through to find herself and to be able to raise her voice, to regain her self-esteem, and to even improve our self-worth. And those are the things that we'll be talking about today. And so guys, I've been able to list out 10 processes that I have used as a single mom to find myself, find the voice of myself, be able to start a business, live a good life for myself and my kids. And already I'm building a generational form of wealth for my children and children to come. And I'm here to teach you the same today. So let's get into it. Number one, you have to build your connection with the universe. I don't know if I'm talking to an atheist here, but if you're somebody that believes that there's a supreme source somewhere, there's a supreme deity, a higher power, a superpower. So there, you being a Christian, a Muslim, a Buddhist, whatever religion you practice, you believe in a supreme power that governs the whole universe. Then you need to build a connection with him. You have to be close to him. You have to be close. You have to build connection with the one who is abundant, the one who navigates and that is over everything that works on the surface of earth. How do you build this connection with him? How do you build this connection with the supreme deity? You have to start going to places that he loves. And when I say going to places that he loves, it does not necessarily mean religious places. Yeah, you don't always. Sometimes most religious people are not spiritual, and here I'm talking about spirituality. You strengthening your connection with the universe, with God, with Allah, with I don't know, but however you might want to refer to him. But it means meeting people that really loves him. And how do you know people that loves him? People that radiate love, happiness, that loves to give, people that wants to share abundance, that want to share from what they have. They are willing to share knowledge, they are willing to give out things. You might want to, move around with this kind of people. And then another thing you might want to do is study his words. His words could be in the Bible, in the Quran, or we are humans and we have been programmed that we know which is good and what is bad. But one of the ways I highly recommend is for you to listen to his words, for you to, there are just some people that you get drawn to. When I go on social media, there's this kind of set of people that the algorithm always bring forth because I like their videos because I feel the energy with them will flow together, and I believe they are saying the truth and they were actually anointed and come from God. There might be sheikhs, there might be pastors, but not all of them are actually spiritual. Then you might also want to meditate. Meditation is something I highly recommend. I only started meditating like a few months ago, and I can tell you that it has done a lot in my life. So much that I cannot even begin to explain. And I know some of you might be like, how do you even do that meditation? I have to just be on myself and try to think. No, you don't have to start all by yourself and start to focus on your mind on something if you don't really know how to do it. Although you can start that way with consistency, you can get better. But there are a lot of guided meditations that you can actually, you know, use. Like Joe, I highly recommend Joe Dispenza's guided meditation on You Are the Placebo. You can go on Spotify, download Spotify, and then you search for You Are the Placebo by Joe Dispenza. It has a guided meditation that you can use to start meditation. You should make sure you have your earpiece or headphone or something. You put it on, and there's this calm music, and his voice comes in and tell you what to do with your mind, your inner mind, what to imagine, what to think. And the first day I did it, I was like, yeah, it was intense, it was magical. I really recommend that you try it. It's so relieving and reassuring. Wow, I loved it. I loved every moment of the meditation. So I think that's all for building a connection. Building a connection with God is highly paramount, and I can never over exaggerate the importance of building a connection with the Creator, with the universe, with the Supreme Deity, however you might like to refer to it. Now, two, work on your mindset. Now, a lot of single mom have this poor mindset that they accept what the naysayer says, they accept what the society say about them. Like, this is what I am. My life has gone bad. I can never amount to anything. I cannot have, feel love or be loved again. I'm not worthy of having a single man in my life. I can only get married to an older man with many kids. This just this concept, and then maybe as a single mom, I have to wait for people to give me. I can never, build something on my own. All these are true, and it has been proven by a lot of success stories from single mom out there. I'd really advise you to listen to my podcast. I'll put a link below for you to go to my podcast, Smart Girls Knows. I recently made an episode on success stories of single mom, and I think you might be interested in that. So that being said, you have to work on your mindset. The mindset is the inner world that showcases itself in the outer world. When you feel a certain way, it shows in your outer world. So it doesn't attract those things you don't feel you can attract from the inner world. You feel you cannot attract money, you have to beg, you have to source for people, you have to struggle as a single mom, you have to have to be pained, your life is already drained on all. You think that way and you feel that way, and that is what you get in real life. So that's why you have to work on your mindset. And how do you do this? I highly recommend a vision board. That again, I'm going to put a link below to my blog, Smart Girls blog, where you can see a little series of programming, how you can program yourself for success, you program your mindset for success as a single mom. And I recently made a blog post on vision boards, which I want to talk about with you. It's something I highly recommend, and you can see that right here. My vision board is just up here. Yeah. So yeah, let's go back to what we were discussing. Yeah, so vision board is something that I highly recommend if you must work on your mindset. Your vision board is like something that always gets into your face. You have your aspirations, you have visions of things you want to get to. I dream of getting married to a man that has never been married even with my 5 kids. Isn't that hilarious? Yes, but I truly believe in it. I have pictures of a single guy and and a mom, or sorry, a single guy and a woman, all over my vision board. I have when they were middle age, when they grow old together, kissing, just so very sweet pictures. And I have a dream of having more kids with this my husband, from another 2 pregnancies, another 5, so some total of 10 kids. And we're going to have so much that we're going to take care of our kids and even other people's children around the world. Yeah, so there's a lot of abundance out there. Whatever your mind can conceive, it can actually achieve. And me wanting to marry a single man doesn't mean I I feel maybe men that have kids are not good enough, or something. But I want to create a voice on earth. I want to prove something, that children are actually gifts from God, and they should not be seen as, kind of obstruction for women not getting married to the kind of choice of man they want. I had my 2 twin sets with a man that has been married, or with a man that is married into. I got married into a polygamous setting, so that already shows that I don't have any thing against men that are married or that already have kids previously. But this is me trying to deliver God's message, trying to prove something on earth, that even if you have a million children, you can still find love with a single man. And there are lots of past success stories of women in religious aspect in real life that have achieved this. But we have to start coming up as single mom to believe that we can actually achieve this. And that is why I'm going to be dropping some links so that you can read the stories from Khadija, a Muslim woman that got married to the Prophet Muhammad, and Haggai, and a lot of women that have achieved this gracefully. Now, another way you can work on your mindset is by affirmation. You have to affirm that you are worthy. You have to affirm that you are beautiful. You have to affirm that you have the power to achieve all that you want. You have to affirm that the universe is with you. You have to affirm that you already have everything you want, and it's coming to you bit by bit, and you're going to have everything. You have to give yourself positive affirmations that you are worth everything. You are worth millions. You are worth billions. You are worth the best man in the world. Yes, because you are. And lastly is what I mentioned earlier, meditation, which is something I highly recommend. Now, 3 is you have to love yourself. This is one thing that most single mom face, and I used to be one of. I used to I used to be guilty of this, yeah, because you see most single mom, they struggle, they buy things for their kids, clothes, you pay their tuition fees, you want to give them the best, but you forget about yourself. There was this post I made on my Facebook, social media. I was like, please, dear single moms, today you don't have to buy your kids. I can't remember, but you should get yourself some bra, because I have a lot of single moms around me, and you meet them, they trying to give their kids the best, but they forget about themselves. They forget how beautiful, how young they still are. They don't even buy themselves new underwears. They don't buy themselves deodorant. They don't buy themselves new cosmetics. They don't care about themselves, and you cannot give what you don't have. If you don't love yourself, you cannot actually give love. You are teaching your kids something else. You are teaching them to that when they grow up, they should forget about themselves and just focus on giving the kids the best. And that goes on and on. Their kids does the same, and their kids does the same. So in essence, you are passing down a wrong information. You have to love yourself. Your kids see that you buy yourself new clothes. Let your kids see that you take care of your skin, you take care of your appearance. Let your kids see that you buy yourself new shoes, that you take care of yourself, that you laugh, that you are happy. Yeah, that way you are ingraining something in their mind. You are programming them that they should put themselves first. They should love themselves, irrespective of whatever situation they find themselves. Self-love should always come first. Now, next, number 4 is that you should embrace your blessings. Children are blessings, and you shouldn't hate their children. I've seen this a lot of comments with single moms. Like some people, single moms say they hate their kids, and that is really hilarious. Yeah, maybe sometimes then a long time ago I felt that way, but not anymore. My kids are blessings. I was supposed to have just 2 kids, but God gave me 4 from 2 pregnancies. How am I supposed to hate them? This is me. This I should know that it is God trying to prove something. He was supposed to give me 2 kids, but he gave me 4 within a span of 2 years. I already have 4 kids, and the marriage was was the most toxic I've even ever heard of. If we've been listening to a lot of women's stories, I think mine still top the case somehow. There might be, definitely be women with worse cases, but so far I think I still had a very terrible case. But God still, within those 2 years, He rushed it, Then He's trying to do something. There's something actually there. He knows that I'm still going to get out, even though I was not even willing to go. I was like literally pushed out. So there's something. He has a big plan for me. He's trying to prove something to the world. Your kids are blessing and they should be seen as such. They shouldn't be, you shouldn't see them as it's because I have this kid, that's why I cannot have another man. No, you are thinking in the wrong way, and in fact it's not healthy for you to think that way. Your kids are a blessing, and you can have a man that will love you, love your kids, and take care of your kids also. Yeah, think that way and you have it. So your kids are a blessing, embrace that blessings, and you see them as such. Now, next, number 5 is for you to work on your finances. As a single mom, you should be financially independent so that you can have some certain amount of um, value in the society. It's not as if you cannot have men, maybe spouse or suitors that will help you, but you should be able to have some certain level of financial independence, and that is where entrepreneurship comes in or side hustles come in. When you have really built a connection with God, you should know that serving someone for too long is not what you're really born on earth to do. Everybody should be able to find their voice and their purpose through your connection with God. When you really have the connection with God, you know what you are sent to do on earth. You know your purpose on earth. Therefore, you pursue that voice. You tend to go into that thing that you believe you were sent on earth to do. And as you do that, slowly you migrate from the employee quadrant into the self-employed, into the business quadrant. So I don't believe as a single mom you should even really work for anyone. Or if you do, you can start the side hustle, start doing something that makes you extra happy, start a podcast, start a YouTube channel, start something that gives you value, that helps you to raise your voice out there, that gives you a voice out there. And then with time, you realize yourself more and more. You can even start a business from something very little, and it gives you your time freedom. It gives you, this flexibility with your time. Because as a single mom, I used to be an entrepreneur. I used to be an employee. I have to wake up very early, till 4 a.m. in the morning, take care of my 4 kids, prepare for work, and at the end of the day, I still go late to work, and I still get fined for coming late, and I come home very late when my kids are already back from school, and I have to maybe clean up their uniforms, maybe their shoes and whatever to prepare for the next day, get the dinner ready, get their homeworks done, and then sleep tired and urinate, and then have to repeat the whole thing the next day. It was terrible until I started my cleaning business, which you guys know is the Smart Girl Cleaning Services that I already posted a lot on my blog, and it's been giving me this flexibility. What I earn in a month, I can now earn in a day or two, and the business is growing and growing. Once you start getting more and more commercial contracts, it becomes a multi-million-dollar business. So this is something I really advise most single mom to look into. Look into entrepreneurship, look into starting something that can live even after you're gone. Raise your voice and leave your footprint on the sand of time. Now, number 6 is, like I said, have a voice, find your purpose. I think I already included number 6 to number 5. So next is number 7, never give up on trying again. Now, a lot of women think, okay, maybe I tried the first marriage, maybe if for those that have 2 divorces already, 3 divorces, and you have a lot of disappointment from men, you feel like you're just giving up on men. I believe, sorry, rather that the mistakes from one relationship should be learned. When a relationship ends, what did you do wrong in this relationship? For example, when I was a teen, I remember one of the things I probably shouldn't have done because I was so young and naive was that my mom was late. I was the eldest of my mom, and I was looking for a way to just take care of myself and my younger ones. And this guy was really kind and friendly. He was giving us everything that we needed. But then he, you know, as young as young guy, he was also 24. At the time I was 17. I was really a minor. Things happened, and I felt he's doing this for me, so let me just, let me just oblige, and I got pregnant. So that was the mistake. I shouldn't do things just because somebody's giving you something. So people don't have to, you get your body just because they're giving you. Blessings actually comes from God. And the next relationship, which was my first marriage, was I rushed into it. I didn't take my time to know this man. My dad, who is also now late, was rushing that I have to leave where I was with my mom to come over and settle down at the age of 23. He felt it was high time. I came down and settled down, and they just matchmade me with this man in my city, my hometown, and we started chatting on WhatsApp within a month. I think the day it completed a month was the day we got married. And because my parents felt he was a good guy, I also felt, okay, let me just give it a shot. And marriage is not something you just say, let me just give it a shot. And this is where it landed us. So lessons should be learned. And one lesson that should have been learned from that is that you don't rush into getting married. You know the person you want. You make sure you know them. You cannot know them completely, but at least know them. Know them, know their behavior, know their temperament. These are things I didn't know how vulgar they are, know if they can raise their hand at you. You should be able to know this within 6 months or more of the relationship. So find those things that you ignored in every relationship and then learn from it. Make sure you don't repeat it in the next relationship. And then I want you guys to know that success doesn't come it doesn't just come. You must have failed and failed and failed before you achieve success. So if you have tons of disappointment or divorce, it doesn't mean you cannot have a successful one. Now, number 8 is build habit with consistency. Now, that is something you can also learn from this book, Atomic Habits. You build habits from consistency. You build good habit. Maybe when you start your podcast, maybe once a week, you do something. There are things that you can do daily. Maybe today you make your hair. Just build good habits. With time they explode. Success is never overnight. Build good habits that can get you closer to your dream or to your dream self, the kind of person you really want to be. Start working an inch daily towards that person, towards that goal. That is the system. You work towards it bit by bit daily, and then you definitely get there. And then number 9 is read books, become a woman of value. There is no way you want to raise your voice, become a person of purpose, and then come out there and speak to the world without you being valuable. One of those books that you might really want to lay your hands on is Atomic Habits. I have tons of them here. You can also look for Mike Hanaki, The Ultimate Secret to Getting Absolutely Everything You Want. I have a lot of them here. This is about building a story brand. That just a lot of them here. Today Matters. Increase Your Financial IQ by Rebecca Kiyosaki. Rich Woman by Kim. 7 Habits of Highly Effective People. Every day is different. There's just a lot of them. Go out there, get some personal development. And if you cannot afford books yet, you can download Spotify. Like I said, there's a lot of books that have already been read into Spotify. I read a lot of books from the audiobooks in Spotify, like The Alchemist. I can't even begin to mention that there are a lot of them that will also do a lot of positivity to your brain, to your development, to your growth as a woman. So you can start with that, the audiobooks on Spotify. There's a tons of books there that will really help you pending the time that you can start laying your hands on physical books like this. When you're traveling, you're in the bus, you're in the train, you go through it. Constant programming, building good habits, like I said. Now, number 10, which is the last, is carry yourself with grace. You are a child of God. You are loved. You are God's friend. You are free. You are free indeed. And you are loved. You are God's masterpiece. You are adorable. You are worthy. Yes, and you have to carry yourself as such. You are beautiful. Don't let any past mistakes, any past occurrence make you think otherwise of yourself. Carry yourself, walk with that grace, express yourself with that grace, step out with that grace, and that will be your story. That will be your history. A woman of grace, a woman of high value, a woman of high standards that left her footprint on the sands of time and left, a legacy for other women to come. We should all get up as single mothers or women women in financial abusive marriage or women in general, to lay a good foundations for women that are coming after us. Women should not be stopped in relationship with the fear of, even if I go out, I cannot get a better man to adore me or love me. We should stand up and begin to change that orientation now, so that the generations to come will enjoy a better life. Also, that's all I have for you for today. Till I speak to you again next time. Oh, don't forget to listen to the podcast, Smart Girls Knows, the blog. Don't forget to read Smart Girls blog and leave your comments. I would really love to read your comments. So that'll be all for now. Till I speak to you again next time. Ciao.